in Bayonne, France. We got a train to get to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and then I'm done traveling, and then I walk 500 miles. Last time I was here, they had a strike, and it cost me 120 euros for a taxi to get to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. No strike right now, but who knows? Give it a half hour, it's the French. Okay, just got to check it in at Bellari. By the way, Bellari means pilgrim in Basque. That's what I'm saying, that's my bunk. I was polite and let the other two guys go in front of me, and they got the 2 solo bunks. And like at least I got a bottom bunk. But these are what the bunks look like at Bellari. This is Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, start of the Camino Frances. Beautiful little town. And here we are at the famous bridge that essentially is the start of the Camino, which I will start tomorrow. Apparently over there, that bridge is where they filmed a scene in The Way. Big old ripple right there. Fish. Still a line at the office. So they're cooking dinner right now. It's at 7:30. This is where you check in. Sure you'd hear me breathing really heavy. But we came down from there, Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, about 4 miles in. I'm only doing 5.5 miles today. But this is steep. Yay, made it to Orson. It's 9:50 a.m. I am super early, obviously. It's only 5.5 miles, but I got my batucas kicked. That's one thing about the Camino. It will humble the shit out of you.
Oh my goodness.
Just finished doing the domestics. Washing my clothes, hanging out to dry. It's too bad don't have a view in the Pyrenees right now at Orson. This is what a dorm looks like. I know nobody's in here. So here you got 2 showers, 2 stalls, sinks. There's 2 rooms in here. This one is for women, and this one over here is for males. This is my bunk right up there. My little hobbit hole and my view. Everybody's telling themselves, telling everybody about themselves and why they're doing the Camino. Baby horse. With mama horse. Or, yeah, I didn't know if it was just a short horse like me. All right, guys, one Camino. Sure you can hear my breathing. The Pyrenees are neat. I knew I was gonna hit traffic. Oh shit. Sorry, dude. Right there is a food truck. Coffee! In 2018, that little shelter thing right there, I actually changed my clothes behind it because it was so windy up here. Yeah, I actually changed there. That is a gorgeous horse right there. Hola! Bonjour. Hola! Bonjour. Hola! Y adios, France. You're actually great to me this time. Thank you. It's my kind of trail. Made it to Roncesvalles. It is 9:28. And by 9:28, I mean 11:28. Took me 3.5 hours, a little over 3.5 hours to get here. But can't check in till 1 o'clock. That's where you check in. Make sure you get your QR code. All right. I made an executive decision and I'm going to continue to walk. Giving up my reservation here, gave it to somebody else. It's too nice of a day not to continue walking. I'm only walking about 3 more kilometers to Brigitte, but I'll be staying in a albergue hostel that Ernest Hemingway used to stay in a lot. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna walk about 3 more kilometers, but leaving Roncesvalles now. And one thing I do like, I stayed here before, but man, the bathroom situation in Roncesvalles, I'm not a fan of. So where I'm going in Brigitte, the hostel there, Laurentex, has extremely nice bathrooms and showers. So that's where I'm going. One of the original markers for the Camino. You see those anywhere from, I guess, 800 to a couple thousand years old, or how long the Camino. This is a very typical meal here in Spain. They call the this omelet, it's basically an omelet with potatoes and onions, tortilla. And they're actually very good. And the cafe con leche, oh, I could tell that's gonna be so good. But what I really want to do is pet that dog. I want to pet that dog. But you never pet a sleeping dog. I hope he comes over to me. Baby cow. Love early mornings of Camino. What's up? What's up? Eu vou lembrar de chegar em Pamplona, ver se consegue uma fita de velcro.
Bless you. Bless you.
And that is where I'm staying in my room. I wish I had these. Probably at that, were you at that first bar over there?
Yeah, the right hand side, the cup.
Made it to Pamplona, 11:40. Just coming into the walled part, the old city. These are the Roman emplacements. That's in the all of the old city is around the wall. Spurs got a hotel room. I need it. Probably every 5 days I'll be getting a room. That dorm shit. But just basic, nice hotel room. But it's mine, and this is the thing. Right here is the bathroom. That's what I care about, is the bathroom. Because bathrooms in hostels, as you probably heard or know, I hate them. So, in Pamplona, made it.
All these people are coming from. Like, we just walked in the streets for empty.
That's what... Hotel La Perla. I actually stayed there for a few days a couple years ago. It's probably my favorite hotel I've ever stayed in. It was a Ernest Hemingway haunt. And I actually asked if I could stay in the room that Ernest Hemingway stayed in. And they said they came here many times. They stayed in all of them. I'm like, okay. And then right there is the Cafe Aruna, which is another Ernest Hemingway hotspot. They even have a little statue of Hemingway in there with his own private bar that he had. But main square in Pamplona. They had a pretty big festival here all weekend. That's why there's so many people here right now. This is a Sunday. Normally it wouldn't be this busy, but there's a festival going on. And it probably will be absolutely insane here later on. Want to see a creeper? Leaving Pamplona now. Leaving very early because I wanted to get to Alto del Paron when there's no one there, and or sunrise. Definitely not going to probably hit sunrise. Well, maybe it's only 6:15, and I think sunrise is 8 or 7:50 or something. So we'll see. Well, to give you perspective, I am at the top because there's Alto del Paron, and it looks like that right there is that town. I don't know why I can't say that. And then there's Muzambula, and then Obaños, and then over there is way over there. Actually, it's Puente la Reina. So.
Couple puppies. There's a big moth. Like coming out early mornings to start, so you get to all the sunrises, and there's no one on the trail. You know how I know? I don't see a single headlamp in front of me.
All right, right here they're excavating a old monastery. Not sure how old, at least probably 1100, 1200 years old. That's what this is. That's a pilgrim sleeping in the middle of a town. Still sleeping. It's 8:15 in the morning. It's always a section right leaving Cirque. It's kind of neat because it's an actual Roman road right here. Still being used today by pilgrims. Pretty soon, about to go over a Roman bridge. So it's kind of bringing back memories, or making me feel like I'm in Alaska. But pretty sure the yellow flowers are butter and eggs. And there's a lot of these little purple flowers around, which I'm almost positive are wild geraniums. We have those all along the tracks next to White Pass, the train. You know, one of the reasons why I do the Camino is literally for these lunches. Going to get my fresh bread, my fresh meats and cheeses, and just making a sandwich next in Esteo, in the middle of town, next to the church. It's actually not a bad spot for lunch. I always get in really early. The stores are always open, and I'm always able to buy my exactly what I want to eat. There are some advantages walking very fast. It's about 7:30. I think I'm 3 miles in for the day.
in the Rioja. Hey, there's the cyclist. Florida. It's kind of an unusual vineyard. It almost looks like it's wild. I'm sure it's harvested, right? If you know more about wine than I do, let me know. It's just unusual that there's no set lines, just random. They look very old by the size of the trunks, but, huh. Oh, hey! I will never, ever forget this spot. My winter Camino in February of 2023, literally right here, I knew I wasn't going to finish it. The tendonitis that I had was so bad right here that I literally had to stop and take off my shoes because I thought my foot burst open. And I was genuinely worried on how I was going to make it to Los Arcos, which is only a mile and a half away. I rested for about an hour and then continued. Made it to Los Arcos. And, with tendonitis, it's relaxed the next day. It feels a lot better. I only ended up walking 2 more days on the Camino after this. And, gave myself tendonitis so bad, I had to leave the season early when I got back to Alaska. Goats. They're straight menaces. Still in their food, or I wonder if this is for him. You know you have real food right there. What's up, kid? Get it? What's up, kid? Little baby goat. Straight little zoo in Los Arcos as soon as you come in. Although I think this dude's stealing. They're totally looking at me like I'm sus. Not all the walking's fun. Some road walking today into Sunsol. And I hate road walking. Your feet get all hot and sweaty. It's just not comfortable. Yeah, 18.5 miles deserves my own room in a nice place. I'm at the Palacio del Sunsol. They have dorms here, really nice ones. And I already had a bed for one of the dorms, but I upgraded to the room. I'm so happy I did. Out of room, and you want to see what I'm doing right now? I'm actually eating a big old thing of ice cream, looking at the view. Doing my view from the terrace at the Palacio del Sunsol. And I don't know if you could hear that, but the front desk guy is playing the piano right now. Talk about setting a mood.
Oh, she feeds them. All right. I wasn't gonna walk down there because there's so many cats. All right. About 6:45, 7 o'clock in the morning. Got an early start, so I could always see the sunrises like that. And using the sea like that. Camera's not going to perspective right now. I'm in Guyana, and I just walked to the church, to the courtyard, and it has this amazing, I don't know what you call this, outdoor area, terrace, and view of La Rioja. Actually, that's La Rioja over there. I am saying that. La Rioja. La Rioja. La Rioja. I'm an idiot. In La Rioja state of Spain. I think there's a state. And it's living up to its reputation. When you leave Guyana, no matter where you're going through, it's been nothing but vineyards. All right, let's go to Logroño and have some good wine. Oh, that's great. So the people behind me, they're older, and they're walking the Camino. I didn't realize it, but when they had, they're Spanish. One of the guys speaks English. You find us every day. And I realized that, you know, I pass a lot of people. And he's all, we go ahead and farther than you, yet you pass us every day. And I just told them I was their guardian angel. And then the lady started cracking up, and now I could hear them talking about me. I love the Camino. Oh my God. Bye, you guys. That's Vienna. I won't see you again. Bye, Camino. Have a great in Logroño, in the land and area of the Pinchos. It's the famous street. I mean, they serve Pinchos all over the place, but this is where they mostly are, and this is very early. It's only 6:35. So this was done by Michelangelo. He actually recovered the painting and added Mary Magdalena into it. It's actually some pretty decent graffiti. Let's see if this does gives perspective. All right, damn it.
It's harvest time.
Te has pegado un buen viajecito, ¿eh?
It's starting to harvest. Not sure the winery, but it's pretty cool. I love leaving Legrano in the La Rioja region. And there are just vineyards for days. And they're starting to harvest. So I should be able to see a lot of harvesting in the next couple days. And love going through the vineyards. If you come from Legrano and after Navarrete, you have that option to go, I think, into Ventosa or Sotes, one of those towns, that one right over there. Or you keep going straight. And they kind of make the Camino, if you keep going straight, it follows the highway, barely. Then you turn away from it. And then, but you get this really nice rest area all to yourself, because everybody goes into the town to get coffee and their second breakfast. I already had a cup of coffee and I have snacks with me, and I'm gonna eat those and enjoy the view next to a vineyard instead of in a town. Still walking through La Rioja, and wow, this place is amazing. Got my AirPods on right now. I always listen to Ludovico Ignati, and his classical piano is just perfect for this area. So this is great. It's the Senior Citizens Fair. Fiera del Mare. I know I said that wrong, but it's the Senior Citizens Fair. They got some live music going on. This is really, really cool. In Najada, which might possibly have some of the cool streets on the Camino. My current spot right now, chilling next to a river in Najada, Spain. Got my sandwich making stuff right there. Got a cast lemon and some cornichons. And enjoying the view and just hanging out at a park next to the river. So hello, obviously sitting here eating my dinner in Najada. I got my sandwich, my orange juice, and if you if you stay here, definitely stay at that place. Hold on, am I getting it right? Yeah, it's right when you go over the bridge, and when you come here, you'll understand. But right when you go over the bridge, right there, it's to the right. It's the first albergue to the right. It's awesome. It's only 15 euros, and it's one of the best albergues stayed in. Everybody's saying that. Everybody's here too. Elsa, Dixie, Alex, Holly, gosh, a few other people that you do know, Hadley, but it seems like everybody, our group, is all in this hostel.
So this is amazing. I'm in the museum in Nahada. And this is a door. The museum used to be a monastery, a church, apartments, and then a prison from 1830 to 1979. And this is some of the graffiti that the prisoners wrote. You're allowed to touch this from 1871. She told me this is this guy here. He was 22 years old and he's innocent. And if you could read Spanish, I guess a lot of the stuff says they're innocent and they didn't do anything. Absolutely fascinating. I'm a sucker for a good museum. 1854. Some prisoners. This is absolutely, the wood is called olmo, and it's grown in this area. And it's used basically for making furniture and doors. If you stay in Nahara, I highly recommend going to this museum in their square. It is really neat. It's only €2. It's pretty small, so you can see everything. And it was really nice because I went in there, only went in there, and the lady running the museum gave me a little private tour, which was amazing. They have a bunch of Roman artifacts here, and this used to be a jail, a prison, from 1830 to 1979. As a matter of fact, there's graffiti from the inmates on the front door because this used to be their garden. So, and then they have another cell door in there that has a bunch of graffiti from all the way from 1830 to 1970s. I think they're all petting a cat. Hello everybody, I am in Burgos, Spain. I took the bus from, where did I get to? Santo Domingo de la Cascada. And I am in Burgos because I got here to be Well, that 2-minute long video I posted earlier, forget everything I said in it. The bus that I was supposed to take to Porto at 10:15 was severely delayed, then got canceled. Then they ordered us another bus, and that broke down. So if I wanted to be on standby for the 1:30 a.m. bus, I could do that, show up at the bus terminal at 1:30 and hope nobody shows up. Because it's sold out, so I highly doubt that nobody's gonna show. So I'm also not waiting at the bus station at 1:30 a.m. to be told no. That means I have to get another room and etc. etc. Not doing that, so I just jumped back on the Camino Frances. Now I'm on my way to Hornillos del Camino. The Camino provides. Again, everything happens for a reason. The most amazing experience with those nuns. They had a good laugh with me.
telling them what was happening. They speak English, and they blessed me. So everything happens for a reason. That was amazing. Love the sound the sunflowers are making with the wind blowing through them. Hello everybody, little update. I've made it to my accommodation. Shower changed. I'm in Horneos del Camino, and looks like I'm gonna stay in Spain on the Camino Frances. Everything happens for a reason. So we'll see why this happened. I did see one of the friends that I was walking the first couple days, and he's been doing bigger miles. So he's actually staying at this albergue that I'm at. Long story, but I already had a reservation at this albergue for the 9th, which they let me change to today. And I got my own room. Kind of need it today to digress, I guess, from the day. I'm happy now. There was some angry walking miles here. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. We'll see why this happened. So, buen camino, and can't wait for the Meseta sunrise tomorrow. Pretty sure I know why I had my bus snafu. It's because I freaking love the Meseta. This sunrise is nothing compared to what they can be and will be in a couple days. But yeah, this is amazing. But you know, oh hey. This is a tame sunrise. Normally it's orange and red and all kinds of crazy colors, but still absolutely stunning. And one thing, everybody thinks Meseta is flat. It's not flat. It's just flatter than the rest of the Camino. Oh, hey. So I think I need to address the trying to find a combination issue, and one of the reasons why I was going to go do the Portuguese. I think I was just in a giant bubble of pilgrims, and it was just hard for everyone to get a room. And taking the bus to Burgos, which was 2 days, I skipped 2 days. I'm out of that bubble. It is no problem getting accommodations now. Everything has space. And just because of the problem I had previously, I am pre-booked 3 days ahead. Well, also in the Meseta, it's either you're going to do 12 miles or 20 miles. And you know what? I want to do 12 miles instead of 20 miles every day. I'm not that young anymore. But yeah, so it's actually not a problem. Ahead of the big bubble, and I of course passed people out of town leaving whereas Horneos del Camino, but I haven't seen a pilgrim for most of the day, and this is how it's been.
The Arch of Saint Antoine. What these were for is the monks would leave food in here for the pilgrims. Now, from what I understand, is that you could leave a written message in here, and these are blessed rocks from what I understand. I could be completely wrong. That's what I was told. But you could leave written messages in here, and they might be prayed upon. From what I was told. Hey, I'm almost at Castorez. Hey, did you guys know that Castorez is one of the 100 most beautiful cities in Spain? Neither did I, till that. Hello, having dinner. Of course, a bocadillo sandwich I made, and at the 14th century church here in Castorez. And one thing, fence section. This is a bent session, and it might be a hot topic. But the albergue community meals are getting ridiculously out of price. I'm staying at Casa Rosalie, a very nice albergue. And the community dinner there was 15 euros. And that's the average price, 15 to 18 euros. And I've had quite a few of them so far. And the only one that satisfied me, only two, was at the Horneos del Camino meeting point. They had paella, which was delicious. And one of the reasons why it's sad is because they had made a lot of it. And you could get second helpings. But it was actually very delicious. And I wouldn't say totally, but in Cafe Suzea in Suburi, that didn't, it wasn't full after it, but it was so good. It was satisfying as restaurant quality meal. But the prices for the community meals here is getting ridiculous. I went down to the market here, the grocery store, and I fed myself for lunch, dinner, and breakfast for 10 euros and 47 cents when I'll have leftover food. And I can make exactly what I want, and I can eat when I want. But now, if you don't want to make your meals and stuff like that and have to worry about, cleaning up after yourself, then highly recommend spending the 15, 18 euros at these community meals. And you do get to, eat with your friends. But then again, you could go to a restaurant and get the menu of the day or just order a la carte for 10 to 15 euros. So yeah, the community meals are just, they're a little over. I remember 2 years ago, they used to be 8 to 10 euros. Now they're all 15 to 18 euros. Leaving Castorez, and at the church on the way out, they have a arrow illuminated. That is the biggest arrow I've ever seen. But it's early. I woke up at 5:30, could go back to sleep. But the albergue I was staying at, they had breakfast started at 5. So I went and had breakfast. I was the only one there. And the lady from the albergue there, she doted on me like I was doted on me like I was her grandchild, and she was an Italian grandmother. Because I just wanted to get coffee and go. But she made me eat a bowl of cereal and toast and a banana before I left. It was actually really neat. 6:30 in the morning, extremely bright moon. I see some pilgrims up ahead of me with their headlamps on. Before you turn on your headlamps, try walking in the moonlight. It's plenty bright enough. Castorez in the distance. It is 7:01. Just to give you an idea how long it takes you to go up the hill. I went pretty slow because I did not want to sweat. So I left Castorez at 6:36 and I'm up the hill at 7:01. And I don't know why my phone is not compensating for the light, because it is lighter than what my phone is showing right now. Here are those sunrises.
7:48. And the moon is still bright. So, fun fact, on my first Camino in 2018, there was much less signage than there is now here. And I went that way, all the way up to the windmills before I realized that I was on the wrong track. It goes that way. So close to Finisterre, probably about a mile away to the city center. Do have a hotel today. I need to get some sleep. I stayed in a dorm last couple nights, and last night. And I actually made friends with 2 French guys. If you know me, that's making progress. But there's 4 of us in the room, and I'm not throwing stones, so I'll be throwing stones in a glass house. But the 3 guys were snoring, and not at the same time. It was like... So I'm sure when I was sleeping, I was probably in unison with them. This is probably one of the most photographed waterways in the world. Because every single pilgrim that goes by here definitely takes a video and a picture. Went for Mista. Got a hotel room in the main square. And it's nice having privacy. But I even checked to see if it had one of these. And this is a Pellegrino Pilgrim's Dream. Oh. Well, I made it to Fromista. Don't ask me why I always say it Fromista. Because I think it's just Fromista. I always mention, where are you from? I'm from my Mista. Anyways, did not realize it was also in the province of Lyon. There's my hotel over there. It is a Saint, the Saint Martin Hotel, and it's actually right in the square, the middle of the square, which should be awesome later on when everybody's partying and I'm not. Yay! This is where the history nut me goes nut crazy, because this is almost 500, no it is 600 years old, these prayers. This is 1565, this one is 1654, this one is 1577. 1407, pre-Columbus, if you believe in that. This is Christ resurrected? That is not. Everything in here is so old. I'll beat you to it. I'm not talking about myself. So this is a church in Finisterre. Opened it just as I walked up. And they have this display in here. It's pretty cool. Okay, this is fascinating. This map, if I read correctly, is from 1561. And look what they thought America looked like then. That's America. Or that's as far as it's explored.
So these are actually saints buried here from 1577 to 1702. Best thing about leaving early, by early, I mean, like it was 7:15 today, but you always catch the sunrises. This one's all right. And you have the trail to yourself, especially when you're taking an alternate route. Oops, I lied about the sunrise. It was just warming up. So every town I go into, I get a stamp from the tourist office. And the lady in the tourist office, have you watched the news? I say, no. She said that Trump's going to sell Alaska to Russia. Well, shit. It's been a pretty good run of no rain. But this is about to end in an hour. It better, because I do not walk in the rain anymore. I think I need to address something. Because Marcella Sabati, understandably so, just called me a pussy for not walking in the rain. I worked for 7 years on the docks of Skagway in the pouring rain. Skagway, Alaska. 12 hours sometimes there's rain out there. Did that for 7 years. I am too old to purposely make myself miserable when I don't have to. Thank goodness I am not in Alberta right now, because they're going to be getting kicked out at 8 o'clock, but that's when this rain's supposed to stop. But if it doesn't stop then, I'm going to stay in my very comfortable hotel room and wait for it to stop. I ain't walking out there on purpose. Now, I do have waterproof gear. Everything's waterproof, and I have top-of-the-line waterproof gear, because that's in case I get caught in the rain, not put myself in the rain. This is hilarious. My rain jacket it's been on the bottom of my backpack the whole time. Getting it out just in case. And I wasn't kidding about top-of-the-line gear. That is a Hyperlight Mountain Gear rain jacket. If you know, you know. And Montbell rain pants. All right, assholes. I got guilt shaming to going to walk. The rain's almost done though, but it's still sprinkling, so I do have my rain jacket on just in case. And but I can't go full rain gear. I'll start in shorts. All right, it's pretty much done. But there still is a 53% chance of rain for the next 2 hours. And I don't know if anybody knows, that's not a 53% chance that it'll rain. That means that 53% of the area you're in will receive rain. So let's hope I'm in the 47% that does not. All right, on the road, it's not raining, but I forgot to mention one of the reasons why I didn't want to leave in the rain. Today, leaving Carrion de los Condos, so Sunview Camino veterans realized that for the next 10.1 miles, 18.5 kilometers, there's nothing. No towns, no services, no protection. It's an open, exposed road. So, but I think I'll be fine. I think the rain stopped. It's actually starting to, I don't know. I just feel it picking up again. Oh well. About 2 miles in, got worked up for nothing. Just took off my rain jacket, started to sweat, and I think I'm good for the rest of the day. So right there is my good friend Danielle.
He is French. If you know me, you know that's unusual. I've never had good luck with the French, but he is a great guy. We've had really nice conversations. This is new for me because I generally leave early so I can see the sunrises and not with the horde. But the trail is crowded. All right. There actually is a coffee truck out here. It's about 3 miles or 2 miles outside of Camino de los Condes. A little too early for me though. Again, do not worry if you'd be able to get a coffee or water or anything on that long stretch out of Carrion de la Condes, because this is the 3rd food truck within the first 10 kilometers. Hello everybody. I just skip ahead to Sagu, Spain. I got the hiccups. When I said my right heel was on fire, there was a reason for it. I have what's called we call it a pebble bruise, also known as a bone bruise. And that's just from, the people here at their pharmacies are a little different than our pharmacies. Are actually medical professionals. And I think I went to a pharmacy that specializes in feet, because it had a big foot on the outside with massage and stuff like that. And the guy was extremely knowledgeable. He knew right away. Apparently, this is a very common injury, bone bruise, getting and going through the masseter, because we're usually walking easier, and especially I walk fast. So his diagnosis, he goes, you could keep walking on it. He goes, you can walk, and it's just going to be very, very painful. It could get worse. He goes, but if you just rest for a few days, you should be fine. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rest for the next couple days, and probably take a train into Lyon tomorrow morning, and or to Astorga, because it's really hard to rest in Lyon. Lyon is an amazing city, and even on a rest day, you could put in 10 miles. Easily put in 10 miles. I've done it many times before. So I may take a train or a bus to Astorga. Much smaller city, but I love it there. We'll see. Let you know tomorrow. Hello, viewers. I'm in Lyon, Spain, in front of the cathedral, and I am here because I have to take a few rest days. I actually did go to a clinic. I went to a pharmacy and a clinic, and they both told me the same thing, is I have what's known as a pebble bruise, also a stone bruise, on the bottom of my foot. And it's just, it's basically a bone bruise. And just a few days rest, and I should be fine. And I was going to go to Astorga because it's a much smaller city, and you could probably actually get genuine rest there. But then I remembered that Lyon, which is one of my favorite cities on the planet, has bicycles I can rent. So if I wanted to go explore the city, I don't have to walk around. I could actually get on the bicycles that they have for rent here, which is what I will do. I did get a hostel, because this was not in the... But normally I go without a budget when I do the Camino. It's just much easier. But this one I did kind of put myself on a little bit of a budget, and the 3 days rest in Lyon on a holiday weekend was not planned. So I could either spend $500-600 for a hotel room for 3 days, or get the nicest hostel here in Lyon for 3 days for $72. So I definitely did pick a great weekend to be here. It is a holiday weekend, and there is going to be events going on all day, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Today there is a free organ concert here in the plaza at 8:30, and then there's going to be tomorrow. There's going to be people going all through the city all day long, performing. So she said, just walk around here in this area tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun because there'll be a lot of performances. And I will be hitting every single museum and gallery that Lyon has in the next 3 days. World Health Day protest. Pretty sure, well, Live Translate said they're basically protesting. That everybody should be able to my little fort. think somebody might have went to Washington. Oh shit. Wine's coming out of the Not sure if you knew this, but you know the saying, right, that's Gaudi. I mean, that's Gaudi. Is from Anton Gaudi, who's a famous Spanish architect, which I'm sure you probably knew. But this is one of his palaces. This is a Gaudi palace. And it has a museum in there. I'll probably go in there tomorrow. And then they have a statue of him right over there. That's Anton Gaudi. But yeah, this is definitely, I've been to Spain long enough that if I was to see a Gaudi building and it didn't have a sign out in front of it, I'd be able to tell. Oh, by the way, this building right here was built in 1536. Remember, good year. And here's the Plaza Mayor. Every single Spanish town has a Plaza Mayor. And I know you know that means Main Square. And this one's okay for Leon. Madrid by far has the best Plaza Mayor. But this one is beautiful, and that is their city hall. By the way, this is why I try to FaceTime you, because this is where I am when I was talking to you. Here's what's happening right now. I'm being a creeper, looking at everybody, watching. So, back in the Cathedral Square. By the way, this is 9:15 a.m. on a holiday weekend. You know, in the States, this place be packed already. But we're in Spain, and pretty much all of Spain does not wake up to 11 every single day. Beautiful. In the Plaza Mayor in Leon, and every Saturday they have a farmer's market and some of the best fruit you can get. I always forget that Leon, the old city, is a walled city, and behind Roman walls, and walking around exploring and coming back into the old city in a part I've never been. So today they have a big festival. There's bands like this all over the city, and tonight they're gonna have a concert here, and that's pretty cool. The only problem is my hostel is right on the other side of that building right there, and this concert I think starts at 10 o'clock tonight. No sleep for Rob. I love that everybody in this hostel stays in the little cubicle, the little fort. I get the living room all to myself pretty much anytime I want. I like your place, Anton. I'm in the biggest albergue in the world. This is the actual walk to my room. Hello. Just a heads up, if you're flying home on Norse Atlantic Airways out of Europe back to the States, everything has been canceled for November on. I found this out yesterday when I went to North Atlantic Airways to upgrade my seat, see how much it cost out of curiosity, and then I found out my flight was canceled. I called booking.com. They said, no, your flight's not canceled. It says it's still going. I said, you need to go on to North Atlantic Airways. They went on to North Atlantic and they saw that everything was canceled. I did get rebooked onto Turkish Airlines. You know, my models, everything happens for a reason. That was a total upgrade. I have a much better flight now. I had 2 free check bags on the way home. So everything I bought here, like my trekking poles and the knife that I bought here, I'll be able to bring back. But my flight is now 3.5 hours longer. It's a 14-hour flight. So just a heads up, if you're on North Atlantic Airways, you need to check to see if your flight's still going. If it's from November on, I seriously doubt it. Walking to the post office so I could actually mail something about 3 kilometers. So the post office at the cathedral will hold on to my stuff for the next couple weeks. But one of the reasons why I'm making this video, it is 8:09 a.m. And of course, the phone's making it look brighter than it is, but it's still totally dark. Like my good new friend Madeline said, your luck is whack. Because I'll have something bad happen and then it turns from lemons to lemonade. Hopefully this is what's going to happen with this one. But I am walking right now when I should be on a bus. Guess what happened to the bus? They sold me a ticket for a bus that didn't exist. And then the next bus, according to the schedule, is 12:30. But the ALSA agent at Santiago said, no, it's at 1 o'clock. I'm like, why does it say 12:30? And on the board, and he's like, he goes, I don't think there is another bus, he checked. So again, I was going to wait around to see if he was right. I'm just doing the Camino Finisterre to Muxia. One thing for sure, it does feel so good to be walking. And everybody who's done the Camino Finisterre to Muxia has said it's one of the most beautiful Caminos. I believe that. Now, the streets are absolutely stunning. They're gorgeous. I got to admit, my first few kilometers were angry kilometers, and I didn't do much filming, but absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's been like this the whole way. This is absolutely beautiful. Hi, you are a gorgeous cat. Wow. If you know me, I'm not a cat guy, but this guy. Wow. Oh, gorgeous kitty. You want to hear? Ow! Ow! I know that's a form of affection, but ow. Because this was a spur of the moment Camino for me, I didn't really check the route stage or the elevation profile, but I should have, because when you leave Ventosa, that is a kick-ass hill. It was very long and pretty steep. So when you leave Ventosa on the Camino Finisterre, that's a hell of a hill. Even when you're on the road on the Camino Finisterre, it's stunning. Hi! Hi! It's kind of a typical dorm. It's not a municipal or a city dorm, so it is a little bit nicer. And this is called an albergue. So albergues are only for pilgrims. And they're pretty, this is 15 euros. What's great about this one, it has private bathrooms with the shower. That's not always a thing. And then you hand wash your clothes most of the time because it's 8 to 10 euros, which, you know, $12 to do a load of laundry. And so there's my laundry right there drying. And every place will have a washing station. And here's a place to hand wash. This is pretty good. Takes me, of course, I'll show you how to do it if you wanted to hand wash your stuff. Be a true pilgrim. But yeah, this is pretty typical, a little bit above average private albergue. And most of them, especially the private albergues, will come with a disposable sheet, pillow, and disposable pillowcase. What I do is I bring a silk pillowcase, which I'll put on that later. So it's a, you know, it's a little bit of a your own little luxury thing, and it's a lot better than that pillowcase. And then one sec. Okay, there's my bunk set up with my silk pillowcase and my sleep liner with the sex shield. I can tell I don't usually like blankets usually because they're too thick and I sleep really hot, and you don't know when the last time they're washed. But this, you could tell that these have been washed. They actually smell like they've been washed. But there would be a typical area. This is a great little village. Negraria. Be careful with that one. But yeah. The albergue I'm staying at, top notch. It really is. I'm tempted to go steal that shirt off that statue tonight. That's a local club shirt. Wow, this is the biggest cruzado I've seen. These are what used to mark the way for 1,000 years until we had the arrows. One of the main reasons I walk early in the morning, and by early in the morning right now, I think it's 6:50, but you get the sunrise, and sometimes you get to pass cemeteries in the middle of the night as you go into the woods. Above the clouds. Good morning. Look at that sunrise. I'm outside of a Pena. Wait, get back to that. Seeing it rise is pretty cool. Videos, they make the sunrise look amazing, but they don't do them justice. There's about 5 of us, I can't see the people down there, just watched the sunrise. I'm like, oh, I should have videotaped that, but I was in the moment. It's pretty fucking beautiful. Could be the oldest example of one of those storage bins for the grain and corn and stuff. This one's truly medieval. Wow. It's the first place in 13 miles open since I left Nicaragua. And I don't really need to stop, but I ain't gonna stop here so I can get a stamp.
To say I am happy that I made this and brought it with me is an understatement. Because you can't even get to the front. It's totally packed in here. Absolutely packed. I hope I'm able to get a stamp. It's about 80 degrees. Hazy. Water. It's a river, not the ocean. So close. But pretty much done with my day. About half a mile to go. What a slog. That was a tough day. The Camino Finisterre is not easy. It was an 18-mile day, and I'm gonna say half of it was uphill. But My albergue is right down there. Shower, wash clothes, relax. All right, leaving Lagos in albergue Monte Oro, which is top 3 albergue for me ever stayed at. Walking to sea, at least. Well, I gotta stop there. I gotta remember I do have an injury and I can't push stuff like I normally do. By the way, it's about 6:35 in the morning. It's a little brisk today, a little colder than I was expecting. I'm actually wearing my jacket. It's only the it's 4th day I've started the day in a jacket. All right, yeah. Oh, look how bright. I love this. I don't have a headlamp. I have a clip light. And it's super, super cool. So cool, I might even do a video on it. Or not. So one of the best things about leaving early, get a walk in the dark. It's one of my favorite things to do. Except when you hear shit next to you. Then you gotta turn your light on. Also, there's a stream running next to me. And if you've been following me for a while, and if you remember, it freaks me out walking next to water at night. It's one of my phobias. And this is a stream that can't be more than 6 inches deep. But it is giving me anxiety knowing that I can hear it running next to me. Wow. All right. Actually have my light on for the video. This totally has an American werewolf in London vibe going on right now. Just got foggy. Can't really see much. Another cemetery. Really are freaky passing these things in the night. I'll try to edit this video later on Lightroom so you can see. Going through Oliveria now. This is the town that's the normal stage, but it's 20 miles. And I cut myself short yesterday at 17.8. Glad I did, because my foot did kind of hurt. But Oliveria. And it's 7:48 a.m. and still pitch black. Not quite as nice as yesterday's sunrise, but it still doesn't suck. Oh, a factory. All right, I made it to the Great Divide on the Camino Finisterre, not to be confused with the actual Great Divide Trail in Canada. If you go right, it goes to Muxia. If you go left, it goes to Finisterre. I'm actually gonna go left because I wanna see sea and the sea at sea. So, if you know, you know. Going to sea. The sea at sea. Hey, this is only a Facebook post. And basically my friends and family, people who know me, get this. I'm doing that on purpose. Because you guys didn't tell me I was double posting a lot of days. Looking old and like I don't know what I'm doing. Well, looking old. And the reason why there's a lot of double posts is because I have 2 Instagram accounts. I have at Robbie Walks and at 3 Peregrinos when Marcella and Tyler and I attempted the Camino Frances in March of 2020. Yeah, we got a booger. We got kicked off the Camino in March of 2020. So I have to set my 3 Peregrinos account so it doesn't post to Facebook every time. That's why you've been seeing double posts. I'm not a total idiot. But next time that happens, please tell me. I mean, come on. Probably all laughing at me. Look at Rob. He's so old. The Camino Finisterre, these are everywhere. This is really cool. Donation based. Tempted to get a friend of mine who's joining me pretty soon to do a section of the Camino from Leon to Cacabalas. I'm meeting him in Madrid here in a few days. But he said he's gonna get a scallop. But these are kind of cool. I'm tempted to get him one. Another really old Cruzado. And these are what used to be the markers before the arrows. I want to pet that dog. Can I pet that dog? Oh, I want to pet that. Oh, you can hear me talking. I want to pet that dog. Look at that beautiful little village in the way there. But I hope I get to pet that dog when I pass it. I can see the ocean.
Es algo.
All right. I see you, sea. And for those who didn't get what I was talking about early, when I'm going to the sea to see the sea and sea, the town I'm staying in tonight is called Sea. C-E-E. That's how it's spelled. And I have a hotel, which I think is right over there. Yeah, because I have such a short day tomorrow, only 10 miles. I don't want to be in an albergue today and get woken up early. And next thing I know, leaving in the dark and not seeing the beautiful walk next to the ocean. So I'll be leaving tomorrow later, probably about 9 or 10. And yeah, can't wait to get there. It's one gorgeous town. Holy smoles. These kids are so lucky. So lucky. They don't realize it now, but when and if they ever move away, they'll miss this place. Been here 5 minutes, I've fallen in love. Okay, here's my lunch for the day. Got an hour before I could check in. But I bet you if I went to the hotel, they would let me check in. The nicer hotels will actually let the pilgrims check in if there's any room ready. Just so they know we've walked far. But this is my poke deal that I actually had the albergue make for me yesterday so I could have it for lunch. I haven't looked, but if there is a condiment on here, it'd be the first time. It's funny because Spain sells a ton of condiments in their grocery stores. They have more than us, and some are really good. Like this corn mayonnaise, it's so good. But anyways, oh, shocker. And yeah, it's dry. Luckily, I carry my own mayonnaise. To enjoy my beautiful lunch spot, I have a dog friend. Hola, Paro. Buenos dias. His human's over there working out, but the dog came over and sat with me. That's his human. You like that ear scratches? You're the best. I'm not gonna mind hanging out here for a day. My hotel, I'm pretty sure, is the small one in the middle. Hope I get a room with a view. Well, I consider this technically the end of Camino because I only have 10 more days, and at the end of the Camino, I always treat myself. Oh, the beach is right there. Got a photo shoot going on there. Not a bad little room. It's the view in the area that makes it worth it. Honestly, can't believe how beautiful this town is. See Spain. No tide right now. That's my hotel right there. I think that's my room, as a matter of fact. Gonna go walk around, be a tourist, and yeah, I'm sure I'll send more videos because I'll be shocked on something else beautiful here. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. This is the best. Oh, that's nice. Here I'm in downtown C. I was gonna say the old part. The whole town's old. Little beautiful park in the middle of it. You know, I was thinking, yeah, whatever, coastal town. You know, being in Santa Cruz, and I've lived on the coast for the last 20 years. This town, definitely up there, top 3 coastal town. And I'll be in another beautiful one tomorrow called Finisterre, That's the Camino I'm doing. It's called the Camino Finisterre, which means to the end of the earth. It's kind of funny. I was so distracted by the beautiful view out there and wondering if the roads that they have there are props. They just look too perfect out there. And I walked right past my hotel, like a good quarter mile past it. I am glad I got here on a beautiful day yesterday. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm gonna start day 4 the Camino Finisterre and finish up. Only 10 more miles to go. If you can tell by my breath, the video does not give this hill justice. That was steep. Still not done. Another big old cruzado. Very foggy day. This is nice for walking. It's actually a beautiful day of walking. No sun, but you know, next to the ocean, so overcast. And it's one of those overcasts where you do get wet, but I'm walking, so I'm dry. I'm sweating it off in the heat. That makes no sense. The medieval villages that you walk through, and this being the last one on the Camino. Well, not the last one. There's a couple more if you're going to Muxia, but I'm in Finisterre. And another beautiful town. The last cruzado to the end of the world. Kind of cool. Should make it little spirals as I take a video, creeper style. Dude, I'm so happy I have to share this with somebody. I just went to the post office here that is shockingly open on a Sunday. I mean, there's a lot of pilgrims here, and they're open just for pilgrims, I think, because a lot of people are storing their packages. So they let me pick up my package here that I was storing my cold weather gear in, and then take out my beanie and my gloves, and then repack, then give it back to them at no extra charge. Definitely not in the States anymore. I am just shocked that happens. It's literally saved me probably at least $50 for a beanie and gloves. That's going to be, I'm shocked. I had to tell somebody. So this is pretty amazing. I just went and picked up my package that I sent to Santiago, because I am in Santiago at the cathedral. And just to take a couple things out of it, my cold weather gear, because I'm going to meet my friend in Madrid tomorrow, and then we're going up to Lyon, and we're starting the Camino Frances from Lyon, and I'm walking with him for a few days. But the temperatures are pretty cold, low to mid 30s in the morning for the good half of the day, and then it rolls up to about 60. But I will definitely need my gloves and a beanie for that. You know me, when my hands get very cold. It's the only thing that on me that really gets cold. But I'll definitely need, and I have some really nice gloves here. Not only was I able to pick up my package today on a Sunday, they're very, very wet day in Santiago. And very wet. It's like Skagway wet. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Funny thing about it, it has been rain-free for the last 3 weeks, if not more. Feel sorry for everybody who had to walk into Santiago on a day like this. Still pretty special and emotional. Wonder if they had a wet day. Final steps into the plaza. If you weren't crying before you got here, you're crying now. Well, good morning. I am on my way to Madrid. Pick up my friend who gets here in 2 days. Yeah, I have diarrhea. Great time to get diarrhea when I have an 8-hour and 50-minute bus ride ahead of me. So this should be interesting. I love this.
Turn left toward Calle.
That's a real sky.
So most of these carvings were done by a disciple of Michelangelo. The Astorga Cathedral.
Best meals ever are made on a bench next to a view. It's actually kind of a common sight in Plaza de Araujo in front of the cathedral. Place is truly one of the most emotional places I've ever been to. People crying, people smiling.
Venga, venga. ¿Quién vive? Cristo. ¿A su nombre?
And these are the instructions.
So last time I was in Santiago, I got goosed by that lady right there. Yeah. What a lame video. I'm an idiot. Although I won't lie, it turned into a beautiful day today. It's been raining for the last day and a half, kind of keeping me inside, but my last couple hours in Spain have been beautiful. Well, are beautiful. About to go back to my hotel room, hotel that's holding my bag, and wait for my taxi to the airport. But obviously in front of the cathedral. Soho, London. It's a little bit busy. It's only Wednesday. One of my favorite things to do when I get to London is just walk around. Staying in Soho, just right around the corner from where I am. And this might be... No, this will probably be the nicest day while I'm here in London. Staying in Soho definitely have its advantages and disadvantages. Everything is in Soho, and so is everybody else. This is nice, right around the corner from my hotel, Piccadilly Circus. I'll be here on Halloween watching the play.
People always ask, what made you do it? Why would you not do it if you can? I mean, the work is out there. You want to leave your mark. One night, one spray canvas. I just kept going, really.
다빈치가 깨달은 게 물 수로보니까 물은 이렇게 나왔거든요. 구불구불. 그래서 뭐냐면 물이 흘러오는 거 있어요. 마리아 거다가 물처럼. 맞아요. 그래서 깨끗하다는 의미가 있고요. 그리고 또 다빈치 깨달은 게 가까운 것은 크기 그리고 먼 것 작게 되는 거 원근법이 원근법이 크기만 있는 게 아니라 색감, 색깔도 바꿔가지고
lo stesso concetto di cartoni animati.
All right. 3:30 on Halloween. I'm right across from Chinatown. It's not the same San Francisco as Chinatown, but this is just a typical street here in Soho. The architecture is just stunning everywhere. And yeah, double decker bus. Oh, by the way, there's a lot of goths here, and I'm not sure if they're dressed up for Halloween or they're just every day. Video just so you can see these this little cart this guy's on. He's got his music low.
It's a great view. It's a nice view, yeah.
Still could be.
Direi la condizione ha tutti i colori. Ha tanti colori.
Pero repollo, mira.
Sí, porque tengo esa orejita un faisán ahí.
Y pescado.
Some of the detail on these paintings is absolutely astonishing. Like each piece of wheat.
Here we go. Now this is typical English weather. Not that I'm not used to it in the Skagway. All right. Is it me, or does it look miserable to be in one of these pink fur encrusted cab things on a muggy, rainy night? The thing is, it's raining, but it's not cold. It is very muggy. I'll be taking that metro to the airport in a couple days. Well, Sunday morning. I fly out. And I think I told you, but I got to spend a lot more time in Rome, and I'll be definitely going to Shango's house. But there's the famous Hippodrome casino. Double decker. And fucking idiots. Almost got hit by about 10 cars going through this intersection, which is green. They're blocking everybody. So this has a lot. It's actually raining, but it feels good. It's so freaking muggy. I am so fucking envious of you. I saw your pictures. It looks like you got a ride to the Nürburgring, and you got on the Autobahn. But I know I tell you, to do things in Lisbon and go back to Madrid. And I know you've been to London, but man, get yourself a disposable film camera and go to Soho. Oh my goodness. It is just, it's amazing here. But good luck on the ring. I definitely want to see lap times, all that good shit. And I just realized, because I'm doing a little quick video, this will be synced to music or something, because as soon as I started recording, I went, holy double-decker buses. Literally for as far as the eye can see. Double-decker buses. And if one crashes into us...
You're in the road.
Hey, what? It's stag do, not even Halloween.
It's crazy. But first time in Rome for about almost 30 years. I wonder if it has a Roman influence. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's even kind of impressive from here. That's newish, isn't it? I think it's a Pantheon, the Pantheon. I actually am kind of, surprised on this is, I think, the old town in Rome, and it's essentially just ruins. Lots of scammers out here too. I mean, a lot of scammers out here. It's old. This is pretty cool. So on Sundays they go down the streets here so people can walk in the streets. And it's a little easier to explore and check out the sights. Kind of cool. It is pretty neat though. Oh girl, the only reason why I'm awake is literally because I explored earlier, came back to my hotel, which is only 50 yards from here. Literally, it's right around that corner. Like 50 yards. I could hear the fountain from my window. And I passed out for 6 hours from exhaustion. So, it's not that I'm still up. It's because I just woke up.